HB family, what's happening? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about your back leg stability and how to improve your power and your balance. For those of you who don't know, my name's Bobby O'Neill and I've been a pitching instructor for well over a decade, and I've seen this problem at the little league level and at the big league level. For guys who struggle with this at the lower levels, it's typically due to a muscle instability problem or even just a muscle deficiency problem completely. And for guys at the higher levels, it may be something that they can compensate for and still throw hard, but at what cost? In my experience, guys who struggle with that back leg stability issue but still throw 90+ miles an hour typically have that premature pelvic rotation that causes the elbow to drag and they get a lot of arm lag, which puts stress on the Thomas Jonathan and decreases shelf life. So ultimately in today's video, we're gonna be talking about a couple different exercises you can use to improve your back leg stability. And for this, we're gonna be using the device called a tidal tank. So this tidal tank in particular is a sphere that has about 15 pounds of water in it. The movement of the water itself allows you to feel the flow of the particular movement. And it also allows you to contract and co-contract to simulate what it is that we're trying to do when we actually throw a ball, which is load and explode your body. So when you're performing a water displacement type of movement, it requires you to use your core as well as the muscles that you're trying to activate in the lower half. That's how we'll be using the tidal tank today. For the first exercise, we're gonna talk about just getting into your back leg and going through a series of shakes back and forth. What this is gonna do is it's gonna help you control your balance at your peak leg lift position by controlling the arch of your back foot. So what you can have your athletes do is go through a series of shakes back and forth and feeling the control of your core and your arch. For me specifically, I feel a lot of glute activation and a lot of posterior chain contraction during the actual movement itself. Where I see a lot of athletes mess up with this is their back knee will start to wobble side to side, or they'll start getting very toe dominant where their heel peels off the ground while they're doing the exercise, like this. A simple cue for those guys is to feel the heel squeezing into the ground and rotating while controlling the core. The next exercise, we're gonna be teaching you how to get into your hinge while staying under control of the center of your body. The first step of this exercise is to elevate the sphere over your gloved shoulder. The second step is to elevate your drive leg into a balanced position. And the third step is to drive the back leg into the ground and chop into your opposing hip. Make sure that you're driving through the heel, not the ball of your foot. And it looks something like this. For me, once again, I really feel that glute activation. And the third and final exercise is teaching you how to drift off your back leg while maintaining your back leg stability. So we're gonna start off in a similar position as that first exercise, but instead of driving that ball back and forth, we're actually going to elevate in the opposing position of where you're trying to drift, which is in this direction. The goal is to feel your pelvis counter-rotating and driving into your heel, while simultaneously maintaining a good shoulder position and striding directly in the path you're trying to throw. Where I see athletes mess this up is as they're going up into this position, they tend to lose connection through their heel and get really toe dominant, which then sends them to stride in the wrong direction. So you really want to make sure you're anchoring in through that heel, you're activating your calf and your hamstring, and you're really squeezing the glute the entire time you're taking that sphere from this position and striding your center of mass that way. The shape I'm looking for when I'm telling guys to stride into this pattern is a line from their knee to their knee and their hip to their hip to create a trapezoid. Sets and reps are really up to you guys. Just really make sure that you're doing this under control and you have the end goal of being really strong in your back leg and we're not flying all over the place with your upper body. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or you can follow me on all social media channels at Bobby O'Neill 37. Take care guys, God bless.